Well, hello and welcome to another video on the restoration of my Mark III Cortina. Some of you saw this A-post before, which I've restored and painted and prepped and spent hours and hours and hours on. Just another quick little update on this one. I don't know if this camera's going to pick it up. I think you might just be able to see inside there. There's like a sort of slight gold colour just in that bit. Basically where that box section part is, and you've got this sort of double skin defect. Obviously moisture is likely to get behind there. When it was painted, I made sure that sort of paint got behind it as best I could, but decided on spraying copper grease in there, which is extremely runny and will ooze around and find its way down through the finest of cracks and crevices. So all behind that bit now inside there has been coated with the copper grease, and all down inside the edges of the seams each side where that A-post support panel for the hinges basically welds to this inner one. So it's got flowed all inside the seam on both sides, and so if there's anywhere where the paint didn't quite get in, that will have got in, and obviously that seals out all the moisture and stops it from rusting. Got a bit down in that seam as well, again on the camera. I think you can just see it just there, a little bit of gold just showing. So that's that one. But the best bit is this one. We've got the checking cup off of the Crash 2000D that I bought. This is a near side one, and it's been sitting in acid for nearly 24 hours, and it's lovely. It's got a tiny little bit of rust, I think, just still to remove just down in there. You can see little tiny spots, but all the rest of it is all completely stripped off now and is absolutely gorgeous. I'll put it on there a minute. That side's all nice and clean, there's no corrosion on it. More importantly, no pitting on it. This one is absolutely perfect. It's had loads of underseal on it. It's still loads of its original grey electroplated primer coat that the Ford factory put on. Just rub that down again, obviously, but all of the rust has come off. I haven't got anything sitting under that because that primer is super smooth, but as I say, we'll be stripping it right back anyway, because the process next will be, once this has got rid of that little bit of rust down in that corner, will be to basically hit it with the etch primers and then go over it with the various zinc coats and the other primer coats that I use until I've got my 36 layers of paint inside that one, and so that will never rust. But the interesting bit with this, spot weld. I'll put it that way round so you can have a look and see. Now on the bottom, the original Ford ones were 1, 2, 3, 4 along that side. And then on here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing where my thumb is, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then on the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those two touch. And then this side's got 1, 2, 3, one right on the edge, 4, big gap, 1 there, 5, and 2 touching again, 6, 7. So they don't actually have an even pattern to the way they weld them on at factory, and it's been a bit hit or miss there and there. I'd say with that one, I actually only just kind of actually missed a bit, to be fair. So that's kind of interesting. Obviously they didn't have a uniform way of welding on, they just kind of went with a spot weld, and I guess whoever does it differently each time. So if you are restoring them and wondering how many spot welds they put in it, looks like it doesn't really matter, because there's no even pattern to sort of 4 at the bottom, 4 at the top, or 5 at the bottom, 5 at the top. They don't actually match both sides, or top and bottom. And obviously these are the original spot welds from factory, so interesting. But I'm dead chuffed. This is really coming up gorgeous and clean and devoid of rust, which is what I want. So then it gets all its protective coatings going in, and then obviously backed up by a oil and wax like Finnegan's or something type of coating as well, and it's another bit to go on. Good news on the car, it's being worked on in the workshop at long last after a 4.5 year wait. Yes, believe it or not, it went in the workshop in July 2012. We're currently on January the 4th, I think, 2017, and it's just getting started properly now. I mean, a couple of bits have been done to it over that period, but not very much, because of too many reasons to go into, really. But at last it's getting done. So more little videos hopefully she'll be uploaded soon, and lots of photos. We've got the crashed bulkhead taken out, and that's been cleaned down and currently worked on. There's a couple of tiny little holes along the top edge lip which need to be repaired, but 2 holes is better than about 35 holes which mine's got. And obviously it's really clean. It's been stripped down, it's back to bare metal. It's going to have some lead loading done around where the repairs go in with the new metals welded in. So it seems to be ground back and then lead loaded and ground back, so it's proper steel. I'm not using body filler on it at all anywhere, so it should come out really good. But well, chuffed with this cup at the moment. Just going to go in and get that little bit that's down in there redone. So back into this. Obviously use the gloves. It's acid, not good for your fingers, doesn't do it a lot of good, highly corrosive, especially this stuff. But it is really good acid, and it does strip back to bare metal and do what it says. I love it. Great. Okay, so see you again on another video soon, hopefully. Thank you.